Hey guys, it's Angelo here from Team Spider. I'm just going to do another quick tutorial today on with Blender, of course. Today I'm just going to be showing you how to, what am I going to be showing? Right, how to UV map. And you have to actually understand the concept of mapping before you can actually do it. So you may have done this in geometry where you've drawn out a cube as a flat image. Now, let's say we take each side of this cube, so we're going to hit Tab, do side select, and hit P, and just hit by selection. And what this is doing is it's separating each side out from the original cube. So now these are all individual sides, okay? And now I'm going to rotate each one, click, I'm going to go into top view for this. And I'm just going to move it out like this. So the top and the bottom. So now this has to be connected to this. So we're going to rotate this 90, the x-axis, bring it down 2. So picture like getting a box in the mail or something, and you're taking it apart side by side, okay? So you want, just going to finish this up. Okay, so as you see here, it still has the same area with each side of the box, but now I just cut each side and opened it without separating any of the sides, right? Now, picture assigning a picture to this and then folding it up again. And that's basically what we're going to be doing today. So, to do this, we're going to go from our default window views to our UV editing. Now, as I said a minute ago, I cut each side. So we're going to hit Tab, and we're going to cut the sides needed. So I'm going to go to Edge Select. And I'm just going to select, even I'm sometimes confused which parts to select. This, and this. I think that's all I need to do. And you'll do space, M-A-R-K, and you can just do Mark Scene. Double click A, selecting everything. And image, open image. And you're going to find your image. Oh, fudge. Let me find my image somewhere. And as you see, this kind of looks like what we made earlier. This is the picture we're going to assign to the item. So hit E, and as you see here, it unwraps this for us. And actually did a really good job. Usually it's turned to the side. If yours looks like this, just hit R and rotate it by 720, or however you need to rotate it by. So now I'm going to scale this down and try moving it here to match up. Now, probably, wow, did this actually match up? Usually your images don't match up, so I'm going to tell you how to make it. Do it with it if the image doesn't match up. So let's say one side was like, slightly bigger, and then this side was too far out. Instead of clicking each one of these vertices and moving it all the way in, you see that doesn't really work. You're going to hit B and select the whole line, and then G There's X, which is side to side, and Y, which is up and down. There isn't any Z-axis. Z-axis is only for 3D areas. Anyway, we're going to hit G and X, and we're going to bring it in just so the edge is on the outside. Just a little bbit. We'll edit that like so. And then we'll select what other sides are like this. This is Y this time, so we're going up. Now, with most images, you're going to want to actually bring it into Photoshop and edit it. This one, not so much. I'll tell you why in a minute. Let me just finish this up. Okay, so with most images, especially these UV maps, as you're supposed to call them, sometimes aren't exactly right. As you see here, the edge of the line is like this, but there's a little white square. And when we apply it to this item by going from solid mode to texture mode and going into object mode, here we are. Sorry. You see that the edge looks a little funny because, there's a white square right at the end. Usually, this doesn't look too bad, especially for your first UV map, but most of the time you're going to want to change that, and that's a great program to use is Photoshop. But this is basically how you UV map. Now, of course, when UV mapping, you want to put your lighting in the right area because you want to actually see this. The last thing we're going to do is actually apply this to the object. And what I mean by that is if I hit F12 right now, you don't see anything. That's because it's not actually applied to the object. It's applied to each of the edges. So we're going to go back into our default view, make sure the cube's selected, scroll over to material, make sure there's a material there, and then go to texture, go down, delete that, go to the first one, new, and I showed you this in my last tutorial, how to add images. I'm going to go to add image or movie, open, find that image, this time I know where it is, and we're going to go down to image mapping. Instead of generated, we're going to do UV, and then UV map, and then just to be safe, we're going to go cube. Now when we render, it didn't work. Keep that to flat. There we are, sorry. Keep the project at flat. Anyway, here's the object, and it actually looks pretty realistic. You'd have this in a scene or in a game, anywhere really, and it looks quite realistic. So that is how you add UV textures or UV maps to items. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to Team Spider. This is Angelo. Thank you for watching.